Welcome back to day 8 of the Mind, Body, Pelvic Health Bootcamp, where we have been talking this whole time about the fact that it's all connected. When there's a pelvic health issue, we need to look above and below the pelvic floor, not just do a bunch of Kegel exercises. There's so much more to a holistic treatment plan that really works and looks at the whole person and looks at the root causes and looks at all of the muscles and body systems that support pelvic health. So I'm your camp counselor. I'm Dr. Bree. I'm a physical therapist and I specialize in pelvic floor health. So before we get to today's holistic and physical challenge, which is actually an exercise routine, an ab and hip exercise routine. Before we get to that, I really encourage you to like this video. And by the way, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because that will make it that much easier for you to be able to quickly and easily return to this whole 10-day challenge and specifically this workout whenever you want to. This physical challenge and holistic challenge are really rolled into one. The holistic concept is that when we have pelvic health issues or when we just want to take care of our pelvic floor, we need to think beyond the pelvic floor. So that's why today we're really honing in on the muscles that surround and support the pelvic floor. You won't see a single Kegel in this exercise routine, not a single isolated Kegel exercise. We're going to be really focusing on the abs and the hips. So you don't need any equipment, but you will need a yoga mat and a nice firm surface. Come down onto your back. And we're going to begin with a really important alignment check to make sure that you are in a neutral spine position. So throughout this workout, we want to be exercising in a position where we're not like this. That's really bad for your back, and it's not good for your pelvic floor health, particularly if you stay in this. We want to also not be in this position where you're pressed into the floor and you're lifting your buns off the floor. Neither one of these extremes is how we want to be in this workout. When we're strengthening our core muscles, we want to be in an ideal alignment, basically the alignment we want to live our entire day in, which is a neutral spine and pelvis position. So a really great way to check this is to do what's called the marble test. So you want to put your hands in a little triangle shape with your thumbs touching and your fingers touching, and place it on your pelvis right there. Now, in this position, you want to tip forward and back just so you can imagine if there was a little marble in between your fingers. Imagine a marble. If you were like this, that marble would roll toward your chest. Now, if you're like this, then that marble, where your backside of your hands and your thumbs are higher than your fingertips, then that marble is going to roll down across the floor that way. So we don't want the marble to be at either extreme. We don't want it rolling toward your head, and we also don't want it rolling toward the other side of the room. So try to find that position in your pelvis where that marble is still. Now, from here, if you are what is lovingly referred to as a rib thruster, like me, I am a rib thruster, then you might feel that you're actually a little too arched off the ground with your back. Your pelvis is in a great position, but you're a little arched through here. It's just because it's the way our bodies are tight in certain areas, and we need to fix it and work with it. So if you feel like you're still a little too arched, and if you feel like your ribs are kind of popping up, if the back ribs are not touching the ground, then we need to keep this pelvis position. So keep your marble still, but drop your shoulder blades and your back ribs toward the floor. So again, you're dropping like the back of where your bra strap would be if you wear a bra. Picture that that is dropping down toward the floor, and your shoulder blades are on the floor as well. Because what can happen for a lot of us who are rib thrusters is we're like in a great position down here, but we're still super arched up here because that's just the way our alignment is. It's the way our body's used to, and we need to fix that. So again, drop those back ribs and the shoulder blades down toward the floor while keeping your marble in the good position. Now that's gonna put you in the best alignment for your pelvis and your full spine. You still have that little tiny, gentle, natural lumbar curve, but it's not too much. It's not like this. Your thoracic spine is in alignment, your lumbar spine is in alignment, your pelvis is in alignment, everything is in alignment. So find that perfect position. And this is the position where you want to gently activate your core muscles. So I call this zipping up your core. Your pelvic floor gently engages and your deep abs gently turn on, like you're trying to pull your hip points right here toward each other. Everything is nice and secure and gently turned on. If your core was a dimmer switch in a room, it would be on. Doesn't need to be full blast, like super, super tight, but it's definitely on, okay? That dimmer switch is turned on. Now, we are gonna begin our abdominal exercises now that you're totally set up. I want you to begin with your arms actually. Bring them overhead just to the point where your body wants to pop. Don't let it pop. Keep that perfect alignment and bring your arms up and down. This is working those abs. Even though you're moving your arms, you are actually using your core and your abs to keep everything in perfect alignment, perfect place. And all of this is going to help your pelvic floor. Now, even though your core is turned on, you are zipped up and strong, you want to breathe. Do not hold your breath. So keep going. We're working these abs. And after 4 more, we're going to move to the glutes and the hips. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's give our abs a little break. Put your feet under your knees, almost like you could touch the heels with your fingertips. Knees are lined up, pointing straight ahead. You inhale, exhale all your air out, and roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. This is a lot of work for the backs of your legs and your butt muscles. Hold it up nice and high. Now we're gonna pulse it 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to feel as if you're now staying high with your hips, but drop your back ribs just a tiny bit. So your back ribs are going down and your hips are going up. It just prevents this from happening. I want your back ribs to go down and your hips to stay up. Let's pulse it 10 more times. 10, 9, 8, feeling it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stay up and we're going to go out and in with our knees. We don't have to touch the knees on the in, but just focus more on the out and then back to neutral. 9, 8, 7, hips are high. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on down 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll down like a string of pearls being set down, and then rock and roll your legs. I like to actually windshield wiper my legs side to side. Just do what feels good to you. Breathe deeply and relax. Let your muscles totally release and let go. Keep rocking and rolling side to side and breathing. All right, we're not done with those bridges. Let's go ahead and find our perfect alignment one more time. So we're gonna do our abs and then we're gonna do another round of bridges. So find your marble. You want your marble to be still. Now, if your lower back ribs are popped off the ground, drop the lower back ribs, the bra strap area, and that's your perfect alignment right there while keeping your marble in place. Now, gently engage your core, zip up, pelvic floor gently activates, low abs gently turn on like you're pulling inward right here, and bring your arms back and forward. all the way back, just to the point where you feel like your body wants to release. Don't let it. And forward. Breathing, keeping your core super strong. Go slow. And if you're not feeling this in your abdominals, then I would bet that you might be moving a little bit. So make sure that you are not moving your back. The only thing moving is your arms. If you're doing this right, this is a lot of work. Breathing. And let's just do 2 more. And last one. Lifted through your core. Don't let those arms pull you out of position. And now hands set down. Keep that core nice and strong. Feet come under your knees, and we are going to roll up 1 vertebra at a time into your bridge. This time, wide-legged bridge. So step your feet wide apart. I'm kind of heel-toeing my feet out. So see, now my knees are really wide. Knees and feet are tracking in line with one another, and we're going to pulse it up right here. Pulse, 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 pulse. 8, 7, 6. I know this is kind of an awkward position, but just go with it. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Drop those back ribs like a centimeter down toward the floor if you can, so that you're not super arched. Drop the back ribs, but keep the hips lifted and pulse it 10 more times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All of this is working our muscles around our pelvic floor, which is so important for pelvic floor health. Now, heel toe the feet back in if you can. If you need a rest, take it. Otherwise, stay right here and lifted. We are going to go forward with the right foot, forward with the left foot, back with the right foot, back with the left foot. Again, forward with the right, forward with the left, back with the right, back with the left. Lift. Other side. We lead with the left foot, right foot, back with the left foot, back with the right foot. Last time. Left, right, and then come back. Left, right. Lift and roll it down. Oh my gosh, so much work. Now, if you are just done with bridges, then just rest and relax in a nice position like this for the next set. If you want more of a challenge, we're going to do a similar move to that out, out, in that we just did, but we're going to go out, out, in, and then side, side, in. All right? Get ready to follow me if you want. Otherwise, stay resting. This is optional. This is a extra hard challenge. So if you're ready for it, then take a big deep breath. Set your legs down one at a time. Strong core. Activate our pelvic floor gently. And we roll up into our regular bridge position. Knees are basically over your feet. Knees are pointing straight ahead. Now you're going to go forward with your right foot, forward with your left foot, back with your right foot, back with your left foot, out with your right foot, out with your left foot, in with your right foot, in with your left foot. Again, a little bit faster. Same side. Forward, forward, in, out, out, in. One more time this side. Forward, forward, in, out, out, in. Now lead with the other leg. Forward, forward, in, out, out, in. Hips are lifted the whole time. In, out, out, in. One more time, leading with the left leg. Hips are lifted. Keep breathing. In. Oh my gosh, lift and roll it down. That was a lot. Roll out your knees, stir the pot. Relax the butt, relax the pelvic floor, because it was working. Even though we're not doing Kegel exercises, like isolated pelvic floor contractions. You're still getting an integrated pelvic floor workout because it's part of this whole core of your body. So every time you're doing these hip and core exercises, your pelvic floor is getting a workout too. Stretch, and we're gonna flip onto our hands and knees for our next set of moves. Okay, come onto your hands and knees. We're gonna do some really interesting moves on our hands and knees and our side as well. So give this a try. I think you're gonna really like it. Come onto your elbows, tuck your back toes, strong through the pelvic floor and low abs. You're hugging inward without rounding your back. So don't do that. I just want you to keep your back straight like a tabletop and hug your pelvic floor and your low abs in and up toward your spine. Tucking those toes, elbows are under your shoulders. You are going to exhale all your air out and then lift your knees up off the ground. Hold it there. That's a lot. If this is enough, then just hold it and then set your knees down and repeat that. If you want more, then what you're gonna do is keep your knees hovered above the ground and swirl your knees out and then in, out and then in, out and then in. Keep going. I'm gonna show you from the back what this looks like. So out and then in, out and then in, out and then in, out and then in. Keep going. Keep going. Let's do 4 more. Out and in, out and in. 2 more. And last one. Good. Now come up onto your hands. You're going to bring one leg out to the side and you're on your knee and your hand. You can use a yoga block under your hand if you need to. Now, strong core, lifted through the pelvic floor and low abs. Lift that side leg up. And you're gonna swirl it like you're riding a bicycle. Strong through the core and keep breathing. 8 more. 7, you can put your hands in a fist. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and straight into the other side. This is a lot of work, isn't it? But just think, your pelvic floor is in the middle of all of these muscles that we're working, our abs, our hips, our inner thighs, our outer thighs. So it's getting a great workout along with the rest of our body. Zip up your core, nice and strong. Lift that leg, hold it, and then bicycle. Breathe. 8 more. If your knee or hip clicks, try to gently activate your core a little bit more and go a little slower. Make the motion a little smaller. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come on down. Our last move is a really interesting challenge. If you have knee pain, this might not feel good for you. So just try it. And if it's too much, then skip it and rest. Do some stretches until the end of this workout. So inhale, exhale all your air out, and then come up. Now, I like to actually exhale as I'm coming up, but the key is that you want to blow before you move. Blow your air out before you move. Blow before you go, as attributed to some of my colleagues in the land of PT, physical therapy, for the pelvic floor. So exhale your air out as you're moving, or exhale all of it out before you move and then come up. So here we go. Side sit to up. Side sit to up. 2 more. Side sit to up. Last one. Side sit to up. All right. If you did it, we're going to side sit the other way. We've got to be even. If you're resting, please rest and watch till the end of this video because I have an affirmation for you. All right. So don't go anywhere. If you're doing this with me, then let's go for it. We're going to do about 6 to 8 on this side now. So exhale all your air out. as you come up. And you can swing your legs behind you, but I just kind of like to go quickly. So, if you need padding for under your knees, you can. And let's do 2 more. And last one. Oh my gosh, it's a lot, isn't it? Okay, go ahead and finish up just by stretching out one leg and massaging it. And I want you to slow down your breathing, slow down your heart rate, slow down your breath, and just know that these are all just fun ways to experiment with moving our body in new ways. If you hated one of today's exercises, if it didn't work for your body, that's okay. You can skip it. You can modify it so it's a little bit different and it feels good for you. You can experiment and see what works for you. We're all just experiments of one. Take that to heart. We are all just experiments of one. So practice, see what feels good in your body. That's part of this holistic method of pelvic health that I'm such a proponent of, is you have to see what works for you. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with our affirmation for today. Today's focus phrase is, everything is connected and I embrace it all. Again, everything is connected and I embrace it all. And this means even the hard stuff, even the weird stuff, even the stuff that doesn't always work out the first time, you're still embracing it. Maybe you don't need to do it again, but embrace it, try it, see what works, leave the other stuff behind. So again, everything is connected, mind, body, spirit, pelvic health, and I embrace it all. I embrace all of the different ways of working with my body, working with my mind, working with my emotions, working with my pelvic floor health. I take what works and I leave the rest behind. Everything is connected and I embrace it all. Thank you so much for joining me for today's challenge, and I'll see you back for tomorrow. And remember to check the video description for more information about this 10-day challenge and for how you can get it sent to you by email so that you never miss a single day. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, remember to eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter. Bye.